Conditional versus unconditional love. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brianne. Well, I got to thinking about this subject, loving somebody when they're not the way you would hope that they would be. Should we put conditions on our love for other people? Well, as you know, I don't give advice, suggestions, or information. I just share with you my perspective and how I see life and how I live life. You know, I knew somebody who knew somebody else, and they really put conditions on loving that person. Now, we're not talking about accepting bad behavior directed at us. I believe in getting away from bad behavior that in any way is directed at a person. At the same time, if the behavior is not affecting us and not affecting anyone else except for the person themselves, should we put conditional love and say that, well, we're not going to love you unless you have pink hair? You know, maybe their hair's not pink and you want their hair to be pink. And that's kind of putting conditional love on whether we love them or not, even though their pink hair doesn't affect anybody else, or their non-pink hair doesn't affect anybody else and doesn't affect us. But we're saying that we will only love them if you have pink hair. And so the point I'm making is, I believe when we can love people, even if we have to step back from them, say their behavior is not, it affects our life, then sometimes we do have to step back, and sometimes way back, and yet we can still love them from a distance. And at the same time, you know, some situations don't require us to step back just because we don't like their hair color, you know, or something about them. It may not be our preference that, you know, they choose a certain hair color or whatever, they happen to certain kind of shoes or certain kind of car, certain kind of job. As long as it's not affecting us, I believe in unconditional love. And I believe I'm an unconditional love type of person, even with people that I can't be around. I love them anyhow. I may not love their choices. I may not love their behavior. It may not be what I want to see them do, but I love them anyhow. My unconditional love has nothing to do really with whether I see that person or I back off from that person. Their behaviors and how it relates to me is what would move me back from them in a relationship, but not because I didn't love them. Okay, my love doesn't change for someone, whether they have pink hair or not pink hair. I happen to love pink hair, okay? And so I'm just using that as an example. So what I'm saying is that I believe in unconditional love. And like I said, that does not mean that I would not step back in a relationship if there is a negative fallout from a behavior. But I would let the person know that I love them, but I can't be around them. And yet there are behaviors and choices that don't affect me at all. It's just their choice and it affects their life, but not mine. And in situations like that, I probably wouldn't need to back off. I love them anyhow, even though it may not be the way I would want them to be or the way I see things. So I believe in, you know, my relationships, I have unconditional love. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.